What's going on, guys? This is Sin and I am bringing you guys another top 5, and this week's top 5, taking about 40% of the votes, we have top 5 ugliest Pokemon. And finally, this one is a winner. This one's been out of the a couple of votes short of actually being in the top 5 in the previous weeks, but it finally wins this week. And to say the least, the ugliest Pokemon does not mean I do not like this Pokemon. It means that it is just ugly. I don't say it's ugly and think it's not useful. Like, some of these Pokemon in this top 5 might be useful on your teams, and you know, they're just ugly. That's all I gotta say. They're butt ugly. So without any further ado, let's get this top 5 underway. Number 5 this week, I do have Per Ugly. And yes, I know it has the name ugly in its name, the word ugly anyway. But looking at its stats here, I mean, how is it that fat, but yet that fast? Like, it has a base 112 speed, and everything else about it just kind of sucks. I mean, its attack is basically average. Yeah, it's not really that good of a Pokemon either. I mean, this is just like one of those instances where it's just like, how could one thing be that ugly but yet and that fat and that fast? I have no idea. Per Ugly is just definitely one of the most ugliest things I've ever laid my eyes on in Pokemon, and to say the least, all these Pokemon are like, they aren't inanimate objects because there's a difference. There's ugly and then there's bad design. This is ugly, so maybe later on down the road I could do Pokemon that just have bad designs, top 5 worst designs of Pokemon. But Per Ugly is definitely one of those Pokemon that just is ugly. It doesn't even look halfway attractive, not even a little bit. And if I were to give this an ugly rating, like, you know, it'd probably be, well, probably an 8. I'm not saying it's not the ugliest thing I've ever laid my eyes on, but it's definitely up there. Number 4 this week, I have Grumpig. Now, Grumpig is a Pokemon that is extremely good. Well, I wouldn't say extremely good, but very good in special defense, very good in special attack, which is good, but he's not very physical. He's very ugly in the sense that, I mean, just look at him. I mean, what are those things on his head? I mean, at first it was a Spoink, and Spoink's kind of adorable, but then it just evolves, and it's so discolored. Like, it's not like its body is purple, and its arms and legs are black, and ears are black. I don't get him. He's just a two-legged pig, and I would understand maybe he would be less ugly if he was walking on 4s, but he's just ugly. Like, what are those things on the top of his head? Are they like supposed to be psychic, like, things that help him do special attacks and stuff? Like, for a pig, I mean, for as big as he is, he should be a physical attacker too. I mean, he doesn't make any sense at all. It's just confusing with him. Like, what the fuck? So, I don't know. Grumpig confuses me, and he's pretty fucking ugly as well. So that's why he's number 4. Number 3 this week, I have Exploud. Now look at that. What are those holes? What are those? Oh my god. Like, I'm not saying Exploud is a bad Pokemon. It's actually pretty good. But what is up with those holes around his head and his knees and his arms? It's just like, what is this thing? It looks like, I have no idea what it could be. It's just, oh, it's so ugly. Like, why that's just why. I have no words but why. That's how bad Exploud is. So that's why he's number 3 on the list, I guess. Number 2 this week, and I know I kind of said earlier that inanimate objects can't be ugly, but this one is just bad design, and it's ugly as fuck. It is Garbodor. Garbodor is so damn ugly. Like, oh, I want to make a Yo Mama joke right now, but I can't think of one on the top of my head. But what the hell is that? It looks like it's an abomination. Oh my lord. But I'm just saying like this. Grimer in Muck are pretty ugly as well. They didn't make my top 5. Well, Grimer's kind of cute if you really want to think about, like, if there's some pictures out there that make it look adorable, but what is up with Trubbish and Garbodor? I mean, they're a complete abomination. They're like so ugly that I could probably it would make me go blind. So that's why it has to be number 2 on my list. But there is one Pokemon out there that is uglier than Garbodor, and we're gonna get to that one right now. Number 1, and none other than Nicki Minaj herself, Jinx. Jinx, what the? Oh, I actually read something once, and this was back when I was like, this was like a few weeks ago. Like, I was just sitting there chilling, and all of a sudden I read something on Jinx and why they had to change the color of its skin to black to purple because they found it incredibly racist. And I was like, that's no surprise. Like, it kind of surprised me, but I was like, again, I was like, after realizing, I was like, why does this surprise me? But anyway, Jinx looks like Nicki Minaj. I swear to God, you put a side-by-side comparison and you could not tell the difference. I swear to God, I don't even think Nicki Minaj is even all that cute. Seriously, like, she looks like a Barbie doll, and that's what that's what Jinx is too. It looks like they're just plastic. They look like they just had extreme makeovers done, and now they just turn into plastic. Like, what the hell? It's just there's no. So yeah, that's why Jinx, in my opinion, it's not even that good either, to be honest. It's alright. It's not great. It's not good either. But Jinx, ugly as fuck. Ugliest thing I've ever laid my eyes on. It looks like Nicki Minaj. So I think, yeah, that's the perfect number 1, and it's the perfect way to end this off. But yeah, Jinx is the ugliest Pokemon in my opinion. So that wraps up this week's top 5 of top 5 ugliest Pokemon. And by all means, leave your top 5 in the comment section below. Who are the ugliest Pokemon in your opinion? I cannot wait to see some of the responses. If you guys say Shanks, I know you guys are trolling. I just know it. If you guys find Shanks ugly, I'm sorry, it's just not happening. I'm not saying I'm hating your comment, but I'm just saying, like, I need a legitimate reason why. But anyway, make sure you vote for the next week's top 5 in the straw poll below. But until next time, my name is Sin, and I'm out. Peace.